lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked, and welcome to my new moon in Leo tarot and oracle reading for July 23rd, 2017, depending exactly on where you are in the world. That will be the date of the new moon in Leo. So the new moon is all about manifesting and creating new things and bringing in new energy. And the sign of Leo is a very bold sign. It's very courageous. It's very prideful. It's very active, very much a showstopper, go-getter. Look at me. I'm doing all of the above. I'm creative. I'm energetic. I'm the life of the party. In astrology, the sign of Leo rules the fifth house. So we're talking about, right? Aries is first, Taurus, Gemini. Yes, fifth house. So we're talking about fun, we're talking about creativity, we're talking about sex, relationships, not big long-term significant partnerships, but those kind of playful interactions. The fifth house also rules children. So we're very much bringing in that playful energy, okay? So for this reading, I'll be using 3 decks. I'll be using the Earth Power Oracle. Something really called to me to use it for this new moon in Leo reading. I will be using a new deck for me, the chakra reading cards. Okay. I have a few chakra decks, but this is a new one for me. And then for our tarot deck, we'll be using the Japaritza Tarot. Okay, I'm trying to use some warm, fiery, kind of more primal energy decks. Alrighty, so everyone, I ask you to take a deep breath with me in through your nose and out through your mouth. As we call in our angels, our guides, our ancestors, our loved ones in spirit to see what it is we need to know for our best and highest good in alignment with divine plan for this new moon in Leo. Okay. And if you all are interested, I will be making an announcement video here soon about some changes that are coming, some new items that will be coming to the shop, which I'm very excited about, etc. So please stay tuned for that. I may talk about it a little bit at the end of this video. Okay. Let's see. Give me one Sacred Earth location that kind of fits with our theme. Come on, give me one. This new moon in Leo. And if nobody wants to fall, because I like for them to, thank you. It's too many though. Too many, too many, too many. Da, da, da. Okay, I think I'm just going to pick one, you guys. Okay. Here we go. Amazonia. Okay, so we're going to the Amazon, the heat of the jungle. It's hot, it's steamy, it's humid, it's muggy. I know it definitely is here in Maryland. I definitely am not a summer heat, humidity person. I much prefer the fall and the winter and maybe even the spring. But we are in the thick of it, in that soupy, thick, hot air feeling, and very much like the Amazon itself. The phrases on this card, the sentences are, I am interconnected with the world in an intimate way. I am vital. I can find a way to co-create rather than confront, which I think is an important message in this new moon in Leo. Because Leo can be very excitable. Leo can also be a bit of a hothead kind of sign. So I love that it says, I can find a way to co-create rather than confront. So maybe looking at any issues that arise, coming at them from a different perspective, instead of maybe you're coming up with new ideas this new moon, instead of confronting that individual or confronting that situation in a harsh way or attacking manner or full of ego and pride. How can you compromise? How can you co-create or move towards the same goal with that person? Okay, or maybe you just need to co-create the space together, but doing it in a non-confrontational way. Okay. Very, very interesting. Alrighty. So let's get our oracle cards. Our tarot cards. Thank you, 1. What is the energy surrounding us? Thank you, 2, 3. Beautiful. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Very interesting. Alrighty. And the shadow card for this set of tarot is the sun. So again, that heat, hot, 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 hot energy. That's why I'm wearing my orange today. That new moon in Leo, that fun, passionate, that sacral chakra energy, that sexuality, that creativity, that emotion, that, you know, how we interact and co-create with others in our relationships and express that, that lioness or lion, that Leo passion to others in our relationships. Okay. But the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. So happiness, joy, positivity, shedding light on things. I think it's so interesting. I will be having in the Maven Unmasked Etsy shop and the mavenunmasked.com website, instead of my full moon reading for the month of August that I only offer for a few days, 3 or 4 days for like 7 people. I will not be doing one of those this month. We have the lunar eclipse on August 7th, and we have the solar eclipse on August 21st. So I will be doing a lunar and solar eclipse reading instead, and I think it's so interesting because we also have the moon here. So we have the sun and the moon, and both of these will be in eclipse in August, but I'll come to that in a moment. Alrighty, so first we have the 9 of Gardens. So it's about finding contentment this new moon in Leo and being happy with all of the pretty beautiful things around you and what you've amassed over time. Yes, even, you know, some of the material aspects of the world. So sex is a material facet, you know, working with your creative energy, building something, drawing, coloring, painting, going out and connecting with nature, being artistic, being vibrant, vibrancy, 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 and finding the vibrancy that's already around you and really truly appreciating that and grasping that and pulling that out within yourself as well. If you find it lacking in your environment, maybe it needs to be pulled out from within you. So I'm definitely feeling a lot of sacral chakra work with this. Again, that sun solar energy, okay? Are you giving enough energy to the things that you want in your life so that you will be content and happy with what you have? Are you doling out your energy evenly, or are you, you know, confronting instead of co-creating? Okay, are you doubting spirit instead of co-creating with spirit? Okay, then we come to the moon. Okay, is your contentment an illusion? Okay, and maybe you're really heartbroken instead because we have the 3 of Wands here. So gaining clarity on that, is your heartbreak just an illusion? You know, the sun and the lunar eclipse come to shed some light on that, to bring up some shadowy stuff, it feels like, to see where you're really not content in your life. You know, what is making you discontent if you are, how to balance those energies. It also very much feels like balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine within yourself, because we are not all one or the other. We are both. Are you really seeing things for how they are? Are you really, you know, seeing the truth, or are you turning a blind eye to avoid being heartbroken? Are you pretending to be content when you're really, really not? Maybe some of you backtracked with some things this new moon in Leo. But really, really working with your intuition, okay? Are you really, again, are you really content, or are you just afraid of a letdown or a heartache, heartbreak kind of thing? Very, very interesting. Alrighty, so let's get our chakra card. Okay, it wants to be you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Soul healing. Okay, again, that lovely, lovely, I believe this is solar plexus chakra in this deck, but solar plexus and sacral chakra healing. Okay, that again, that divine, I mean, Leo is very masculine sign, but that divine masculine, that divine feminine within you, I definitely feel a lot of sacral chakra work with this again, but we're really focusing on soul healing, okay? Illuminating the shadow, cutting through illusions, illuminating the situation so you can see the falsities, the falsehoods, to find true contentment and true happiness, okay? But you may have to confront and deal with some of the heartbreak, some of the sadness, some of those kinds of issues first, but it's all about healing the soul. A lot of times we want to, we're going through a heartache, or we're going through a trauma, or we're going through something, a breakup, whether it be a relationship, a job, a friendship, a home, whatever it is, some kind of loss, that soul loss, that sadness. And we automatically want to go straight to the heart chakra and heal the heart chakra. But no. We have to start at the bottom, at the root, and work our way up. Because yes, the heart is love, the heart is emotions, but the true essence emotionally for our emotions and our relationships stems from that sacral chakra. We have to feel safe and secure in our root, that we can survive. We are worthy of survival, to be able then to go to the depths and tap into the roots of our emotions and why we react or emote the way that we do. What has been lost, and how can we bring that back and heal that, bringing that beautiful golden sunlight energy. So maybe that's what some of us can do for this solar eclipse that's coming up in this new moon in Leo, because the solar eclipse will be in the sign of Leo. So I guess this kind of relates to all of this. This is a new moon in Leo, partial lunar eclipse, full solar eclipse for July through August 2017 reading, but really inviting the energy of Leo in, inviting the sun in, inviting the divine masculine in to heal our lower chakras, to bring more confidence and willpower, more survival strength, more positive emotions and creativity, and that we can do it, and pride and courage, not in an egotistical way, but in a healing way, to bring more light to our lives and to the world, okay? So this definitely feels like, I'm trying to think, excuse me. So we can work with Helios. Okay, so Helios is a Titan, who ruled, is god of the sun and carried the sun, in a drawn by a chariot of horses, across the sky every night, and that kind of thing. Working with Helios, working with calendula, the flowers of that, working with citrine or sunshine spirit quartz or orange calcite, those yellows, those oranges. Carnelian is a great stone to use as well, to really focus on that soul healing, those energetic chakras. I mean, they're all energetic, but where that life force drive really comes from in the lower chakras. Okay, I definitely am feeling that for the new moon in Leo, as well as the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. It's so funny. It's like all of the things came up. I was kind of just like, no, this is just going to be a new moon in Leo reading, but it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Is there anything else I want to pull for this? Let's pull a Power of Surrender card, just for fun. What is this new moon in Leo and eclipse season asking for us to surrender? And again, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can do so via my Maven Unmasked Etsy shop or via my website at www.mavenunmasked.com under the Book a Reading tab. But those lunar and solar eclipse reading, it's both eclipses in one reading that will come out on August 1st. Okay. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay, so standing your ground, standing in your truth, standing in your personal power. Again, relationships, setting boundaries in relationships. That's again, relationships, sacral chakra stuff. It's interesting that no cups cards came in with the tarot, but it's very much still all tied to the relationships, because again, the Amazon, the jungle and that ecosystem and how it all works and flows together, the relationships and what happens when the food chain or the ecosystem is out of balance, okay, then it becomes a confrontational thing instead of co-creation. Knowing that you are interconnected with the world in every way, but yes, you can set boundaries for yourself, okay, so that you're not taken advantage of or doling out too much, so that you don't offset the balance of nature, offset the food chain, that kind of thing. Very, 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 very interesting. Are you truly content, or are you seeing the picture for what it really is? Are you giving into illusion and not setting boundaries, not setting limits, and it's leading to whatever this knife in the chest, heartache, heartbreak, sadness, depression kind of feeling is? And we're trying to get away from that by bringing in, again, the light of the sun and focusing on soul healing. Interesting. But I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with your new moon in Leo, lunar, and solar eclipse reading for July 23rd, I guess to the end of August 2017. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please do so through my website. I will be at Illuminate Columbia September 10th. I will be doing Q&A the Psychic Way with my dear friend Nancy Andrews on September 22nd. You can find out more about those events on the Maven Unmasked Facebook page, as well as the mavenunmasked.com website underneath the events tab. Anything else, August 1st, I have a few readings going away. My karmic relationships reading will be going away. My Fill Your Own Cup self-love reading will be going away, as well as my third eye chakra reading will be going away as well. So if you all have been thinking about doing those, want to get those, haven't yet, do so before August 1st because they'll be going away. Alrighty, bye guys. See ya.